Attention Pioneer. The following instructional video is a summary of your impending duties as an exoplanetary pioneer for Fixit Incorporated. Fixit pioneers have 3 cyclical assigned pillars of work to ultimately accomplish project assembly. Use provided blueprints to build the necessary buildings. Chart the planet and gather resources to provide desired results and improve your infrastructure. Make sure to report any unusual discoveries to R&D for analysis. Expand your factories, outposts, and pipelines through automation and augmentation. That's it. Get to work and be effective. Warning, planetfall imminent. Please remain seated during full procedure. Atmospheric entry in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Planetfall procedure initialized. Planetfall complete. Please ensure the integrity of your multi-purpose exploration suit is at 100%. Remember, efficiency first. Godspeed.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am THECorranHorn reporting in for Fixit Duty, care of Rogue Squadron and the new Jedi Order, thereof which I'm known as Jedi Knight and Rogue 9. Today, I have a video tour of my Seawise Giant oil supertanker fuel power plant. We will head over there momentarily, but right now I need to double check and make sure my good old pack utility mod is set correctly. So bear with me one moment and I will get that set for the journey. So here is Satisfactory. It is quite a pretty and gorgeous world that we have to play on. Over here is where I decided to dock my Seawise Giant oil supertanker fuel power plant. We're going to come over here over the Titan Forest. Get a good view of all the awesomeness, the crap that is the swamp. Nice and gassy. Ugh. All the farting by those rocks gets old sometimes, doesn't it? And here is Blue Crater, where the Seawise Giant decided to pull in for dock. And today I will be showing you how I turned this into this. That is my Seawise Giant oil supertanker fuel power plant. I got the inspiration to do the Seawise Giant from a documentary I watched about some industrial stuff. So, This is the Seawise Giant in Earth. It is currently the world's largest oil supertanker ever. In that picture, you can see 3 tugboats. If you've ever watched a reality show like World's Deadliest Catch, those tugboats are about the same size as your average fuel or your average fishing boat, so you can get a sense of the size and scale that the Seawise Giant is from that. This is the deck of the Seawise Giant with some white piping on the left side, red piping on the right, and a walkway that goes right over the middle. And then here is the Seawise Giant. Compared to the far left is a military submarine, and the far right is a Nimitz-class aircraft carrier. If you take a close look at the deck here on the right side, THECorranHorn is a Star Wars character that takes place in the books after Return of the Jedi. And I like this picture because on the far right there, it kind of looks like there's some stormtroopers there. So, let's get down to business and show you my Seawise Giant oil supertanker fuel power plant. And here we go. This is, like I said, over in Blue Crater in the far southeast corner of the map with a good chunk of oil, which we will go over to right now after I make sure that my pack mod is set correctly again. And there we go. So here's a good view of the bow of the ship, but we will come back to that in a second. First, I want to go through this cave here and show the oil. Show me the oil. This is the first of the oil nodes that I am extracting from, as with the Mark II pipes there. As you can see there, shows that I'm pulling pure oil, as pure nodes are the only ones that can fill up and necessitate a Mark II pipeline. And then over here, you have two more oil nodes here. They are utilizing a Mark I pipeline each. Then over here, got the last of the two, the last of pair right here. One is a pure node, as you can all again see, with a Mark II pipe there, and the other one using just a Mark I pipe. Here I brought over the oil to line it up a little bit. This is my first ever major fuel plant, so a lot of this portion of it is not exactly the most well organized or laid out, but it works. And right here is a very basic idea of oil to fuel platform that I came up with. It's loosely based off of the Berkut oil platform that is off the east coast of Russia. Next, in the future, I might do a much more detailed and much more accurate depiction, but this works for now. Here I've got 15 refineries, all triple overclocked at 250%, producing the fuel for my Seawise Giant oil supertanker fuel power plant at 100 cubic meters of fuel a minute each. And then, so I brought up the fuel into the platform here, and then sort of haphazardly cobbled together the outputs and combined them to try to make an attempt at an even flow for all of them. Not necessarily the most well put together, but again, my first ever oil to fuel power plant setup ever. So next time will be better. But here I have the outputs going into some industrial fluid buffers. As always, I like comprehensive and exhaustive backups. So I decided to throw in a little loop of industrial fluid buffers for fuel storage. And then right there you can see the pillars going down into the abyss. As I prefer the realism approach to this game, so those are simulating going down into the ground eventually. Either, you can imagine either this is an ocean or something, or what have you. It's a game, right? You can use your imagination a little bit. Then over here is where all of the inputs for the Seawise Giant are at, right here on the aft of the ship, and the aft being a proper naval terminology for the rear of a ship. And there is my Explorer truck for this area, as well as a view of the sink there that I use for monitoring my coupons. And then here we'll go along the port side of the Seawise Giant. Again, proper naval terminology. Port is left, starboard is right. And then we'll go on up here to the bow of the Seawise Giant, which is the proper naval terminology for the front of a ship. Right there is as the real Seawise Giant. I've got one white pipe on the starboard side or right side, and two red pipes on the port side or left side. They are the pipes that are bringing the fuel into the Seawise Giant from the deck. And we'll come down here to show the pipe splits that are bringing the fuel into the fuel generators beneath. And coming up here on the left is the deck, mimicked from the real Seawise Giant, as seen in the pictures before. And then towards the aft of the ship here is the white bridge section. Then we'll go into the bridge here from the starboard entrance. This is my Essentials Hub area for this project. My Essentials Hub areas always consist of a constructor, an assembler, a manufacturer, a MAM, a craft bench, because fortunately, even though I like to say fuck the craft bench, give a big old fat middle finger to it, got enough of that thing in the early game. Every once in a while, unfortunately, it is still needed, so therefore it is a part of all of my Essentials Hub. Then over here, got an awesome shop, a equipment workshop, and some various storage. Here in the bridge, I am showcasing some of my realism approach with a command and control element providing flow indicators for monitoring the flow of all of the pipes that then come up over the deck as displayed before. And then over here, we've got some nice open spots for entry into the Seawise Giant. Here is the inside aft of the ship with the fuel pipes coming in. And then right here, you can see all 48 fuel generators put together in groups of 6 minus the first set that is at the bow, as space did not allow for 3 more, so those 3 are standalone. Got some conveniency items here with these ladders to go up into the bridge from all sides. Same thing over there. And then these are the sets of 6 fuel generators with a quality of life feature here. 1 belt going that way, 1 belt going this way for belt launches via the Blade Runners and jetpacks. I love trident piping and trident belting work. So, therefore, I use every opportunity that I can to split logistics into groups of 3, like so. So this is one example of my trident piping for this group of 6 fuel generators. And we shall go down here, get a ground level view of all of the fuel generators, and move along to the bow of the ship, along the starboard side here, the right side. If you like what you see so far, then you can head on over to twitch.tv/corranhorn_R9, CORRANHORN_R9, and see all this happening in action as I enjoy live streaming my project and gameplay to anyone who wants to come along. And then we're going to move over here and go into this section, because, you know, it is the Seawise Giant. It is a ship, seaworthy and all, so you got to make sure that you keep an eye out for stowaways, especially those silly doggos that like to run away from you every once in a while. So, looks like this area is clear, no stowaways found. We will move along with the tour. And here we are coming down the port side, showing another view of the Seawise Giant, as well as my power distribution. As with the trident pipes, I am splitting my power distribution up into groups of 6 as well, because I like nice and even and equal power distribution, nice and segmented throughout all of my projects. So each set of 6 power lines come into this outlet here, go up to that outlet there, and which transmits power down the main line. And here are all of the rest of the sets of 6 power distribution outlets, all the way down here, the main line, to the outputs. And then we will speed this up just a tad, move things right along. And then you can see here, bringing the power over to this cable, to this outlet, and then up into the bridge, and then out the bridge into this power pole into the rest of my power grid. Here is a view of the bridge from the outside here, Got the manufacturer's indicator light sticking through for a little bit of fun antenna, little aesthetic touch there. Give a little bit of realism to the Seawise Giant. Then outside here I have my awesome sink, which is a part of my Essentials hub for coupon monitoring. Gonna move along here to the starboard side. Give another nice little view here. I decided to, instead of squandering the full potential of the fuel platform over there, decided to go ahead and add an extra set of 6 fuel generators over here, which, if I do this project again, which chances are I'll do something similar with this area again in the future, will be much more detailed and probably include something like a regular, some kind of a dock or something over here, or aligned otherwise. So that's it, everyone. Thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, then please give it a good old thumbs up with a like. Give me a comment on things that you liked. Give me a comment on things that I could improve upon. And also, like I said, you can also head over to twitch.tv/THECorranHorn_R9 and give me a follow there if you like what you see and would love to see me in action, making projects similar to this one, live and in real time. Thanks so much for watching, and now we will move on with this playlist of my video tours for my first save ever, with Egypt 0.1 processing 6,720 iron ingots a minute in Egypt, in the Dune Desert in Satisfactory. Thanks for watching. Best wishes on everyone's day.